let's get rolling. My first recommendation is to find a really comfortable, cozy seat. So I enjoy sitting on the floor. I've definitely got my pillow, but that's of course many years of sitting on the floor. But what is important is that our spines are free and long. So if that means we're sitting up nice on a couch or a chair, so long as we just make sure we're not like leaning back into slouchasana. It can be really hard for the mind to stabilize in that position. So if we are on a chair or a couch, we just kind of sit forward, we find that long spine, and we get ourselves into a seat that is simultaneously uplifted but also cozy. It's one that we can sustain. And whenever we need to make adjustments, we simply do that. There's no drama around that. So we gather together today on Thanksgiving, this incredibly sacred day that is very rare in our culture, to create a day around one of the highest qualities of human experience. So it is unique to gather here together in this way, and it is powerful to get our hearts really grounded into that gratitude and to do it together. So each time we come together, the power of our intention gets amplified on a larger scale. So take a moment to bring your hands to heart center just to start, and let your eyes softly close. And before any other instruction, let's take a moment just to simply honor ourselves for showing up. It's not always the easiest thing to show up, and it's 99% of the work. And then, as you breathe here, let your eyes softly open and see these other beings on the screen and just honor them for showing up. And if it feels right, you can give them a little bow and you can gaze up and just see, yep, here I am with all of these beautiful beings. And from there, we'll let our hands gently rest and let's get grounded. Finding that comfortable seat and long spine. Let the eyes close if that feels right for you. And if not, let them gaze gently at the floor just a few feet ahead of you, so that there is this sense that the eyes aren't grasping. The eyes closed opens up the inner world, and the eyes resting, we want them to be soft. We want them to be receptive mode eyes. These are the eyes that allow the world to come to us versus reach out like a hawk through the eyes. So we're stepping into this alternate space and time of meditation and ritual, where softness is the name of the game. And as we settle in, let's bring a hand to your low belly. One hand might be enough, but I do love two hands. So find one or two hands on that belly, and we'll start to draw the breath down there. Gently and slowly, the breath expands into the lower belly. Noticing on the exhale that the spine stays long, but the belly simply draws in, not with force, there's no pulling of the belly in, but the lungs gently release. And the organ body draws in just a little more central to its home near the sacrum and the back of the pelvis. And we continue to breathe like this, using the hands as a tool to notice where the breath is located and to invite it into this space of optimal efficiency and optimal relaxation, which lives in the home of the bottom lung. We want really that bottom quarter of the lung to be expansive. As you continue here with this grounding breath, hands on belly feels really good, but sometimes one hand behind, so there's one hand in front, one hand behind, also lets you explore, am I drawing that breath only into the front, or can I actually bring it into the back as well? We're expanding front and back. The hands might be good there. You could release them at any time, or the hands might even travel now out to the sides of the low waist, and see if you can gently and sweetly challenge yourself to draw the breath not only into the front and back, but into the side waist a bit. What's that like when we expand the breath into the whole bowl of the pelvis, 360 degrees? From there, the hands release down to the thighs in any position that feels comfortable for you, so that the elbows can dangle down like little ornaments and the shoulder blades can rest onto the back, so that the muscles are really draped over this expansive, lifted skeletal structure, almost like a jacket hanging on a hanger in a closet. Continuing with that slow and low breath, take a moment to feel the bones of your feet, the bones of your legs, the bones of your shins, either touching the floor or gently releasing down towards the floor if you're in a more uplifted shape. As you breathe here, let's invite a sense of grounding, a sense of arriving right here by imagining and feeling that energy's draining through the bones of the lower body down into the floor, and we don't even have to stop there. We can let that drain down underneath the earth so that we create this visualization of roots spreading from our feet and shins into the earth in every direction. As we feel our roots reach down, let's double check that the face is soft here. And the space around the eyes can deactivate. We're in a safe space now. The muscles of the forehead can soften. The eyebrows becoming more continuous with the rest of the face. As you continue to breathe into that 360-degree circumferential expanse of your lower belly, notice finally that the earlobes and the jaw are also relaxed, and they're kind of giving into gravity with ease. There can even be space between the upper and lower teeth. Let's take a big sigh together. So we'll inhale into the low belly, big sweet inhale, and let's make some sound on this one. Exhale. One more like that to really shed, let go, and release of anything that's not supporting us in this moment. And inhale. Wonderful, we've arrived. Not only are we here with the support of our body in our meditation practice, meditation is the art of conscious living and the science of the mind. Not only are we here supported by our body and our spine and this incredible community of beings that have gathered together, but we're also supported by all that is. Yogis would say that we're supported by the elementals, the elemental beings. So let's call on those elementals briefly. They are earth, air, fire, and water. Let's start with air. It's a simple movement in our body. We inhale the arms out to the side, all the way up to the sky. Let's reach and stretch. Yeah, and when we reach up, you can see on your screen if it feels right to open your eyes. There we are, all together, lifted and expansive. Exhale, hands touch, and we just slowly draw them to the heart. They kind of draw themselves to the heart. And if it feels right to close eyes again, do that. We'll take two more, inhaling, calling on the element of air, the mental body. Hearing our breath, the power of the air element that moves through our body. We call on the winged ones, the great bird beings, calling us to big picture vision. the hands reach that space of the heart, the sacred space of gratitude, bow your head down. From here, replace the hands back to the low belly. We call on the element of fire. We call on these 3 cauldrons of consciousness in the body. This, where our hands are right now, the root of our body, this seat of conscious creation. And as we breathe here, we breathe into the power that lives in our organ body, acknowledging that each moment we have a choice of how we respond and react to our environment. Seeing a light or even a candle, or it could be a hearth fire right there in the belly. Let the hands now travel to the seat of the heart, one on top of the other in the mudra of radical self-acceptance. And see or feel a light or a fire or a candle here in the heart, the seat of loving kindness. Breathing into this space of consciousness, letting our awareness of its light expand. And finally, hands draw over the third eye center, between the eyebrows or even a little higher. And for this one, I even like to take my fingertips to my crown and I kind of tap, because I want to feel, I want to awaken this part. And this is a pretty quick way to awaken awareness to this energy center. This is the seat of vision. And as we connect in with this center in our body, we acknowledge that showing up for a meditation on Thanksgiving Day might seem like a simple thing. But in fact, we're part of creating a new world right now in this moment. This is the vision we're manifesting. Slowly, gently release the hands back to the thighs. We thank the element of fire, the soul body, calling both mental body, air body, and soul body, fire body on board. And now we move into the emotional body, the water body. Let's take a gentle circle through the torso. It is so beautiful to do this with eyes closed because it really allows us to feel, okay, what's up with hips? What's up with rib cage? Switching directions. So we're just creating this kind of eddying circles you might find in a river. Here, inviting the sense of movement, this sense of flexibility, calling on the support of water, which is always changing and always adapting. Switching directions one last time. Yeah, arriving here in the physical body and acknowledging any emotions that are present. And we'll continue to hold sacred space for those emotions. And as you're ready, settle into your center, splitting the difference between all 4 sides of that circle. And finally, we call on the power of the earth. Let's place a hand at our low belly, that root of the body, and then just touch down. If you're on a couch, it's fine to touch the couch. You know, your intention is anchoring you into earth. And I'm here on the physical earth, which feels really good. And so we'll use our mental bodies to visualize not only roots from the legs, but also roots from the fingertips here. As we breathe into the earth body, this is our physical body. This is this very specific opportunity we have as humans. It's said the human walk is as rare as finding one speck of sand on all the beaches in Hawaii. That is how rare it is to be born into this physical body with this capacity for higher consciousness, for mental calisthenics, for emotional flexibility. Breathe here into the ancestors, honoring your own ancestors of your physical line and your DNA. Known and unknown. Most are unknown. Breathe here also honoring the ancestors of this land we live upon, Turtle Island, honoring the indigenous people of this land. Honoring also any ancestors from any lineages you practice in, any teachers, ascended masters or priestesses. And as you're ready, release the hands back to the thighs. We've called in the elementals. If you are cozy, beautiful, We have arrived halfway through our meditation, so if it feels like a healthy and supportive thing for you to do to switch the cross of your legs, you're more than welcome to do that. And now that we're grounded and we've called in the support of ancestors and the elementals, let's move into a moment of stillness together. This is simply a moment when we can connect in with our direct experience of reality through our senses. It's powerful and helpful to notice the breath during this time. If you notice that the mental body is very active, we can simply smile at it like you would a young child or a wayward puppy, and then simply come back to the breath. As we breathe here, if we notice that the emotional body, the water body, is very active today, if there's challenging emotions present, we can do the same. We can smile at them like we would hold a dear friend. As we take these moments of silence, if there's any resistance, if there's any kind of forcing or pushing in our physical body or our mental body, we can just simply let that go with an exhale and fall into an easeful breath, welcoming ourselves as we are in this moment right now. These next few moments of stillness, even as we are in our own space, open your awareness to the support of these beings on the call. And not just beings on this call, but also all beings who are sitting around the globe right now, with the intention of supporting themselves so we can show up more fully for those in our life, so that we can be the change we wish to see. And there's so many things to be grateful for today, but this is one, and let's start there. Gratitude for all the beings who are walking this path of conscious living. And then call to mind something else that you're grateful for today. can be as simple as clean water, which is a huge blessing and a privilege that not everyone on the globe has. Or it could be a person or an animal, alive or past. It could be a quality of yourself, or your life, or your work. Calling to mind this one thing, focus on it, draw your awareness there, and if you can visualize, that will help as well. So seeing an image, or really tuning into the color or the sensation of this particular loving presence in your life. And notice where you feel that in your body. And it really could be anywhere. Many of us will tend to feel it somewhere around the heart. But if that's not true for you, honor and acknowledge what's true for you. And from here, anytime we want to amplify something, and we know gratitude is a practice, and it is one of the most powerful medicines we know of. And the more we practice it, where our attention goes, the Shakti flows, we say, in the yoga practice, or the Chi flows, we say, in the Qigong practice. So we can bring our attention there by smiling down at that sensation of gratitude in our chest or wherever we're finding it in our body. We can physically smile, offering fuel to this sense of gratitude. As you breathe into the area that you're feeling gratitude, let it expand, and you could place a light there with your mind's eye. It's just like you've got a bellows on a fire. You know that the flame will expand, so we'll keep drawing our awareness and smiling down at this sense of gratitude in our body. Let's add more fuel to the fire, offering gratitude for the clean air that we breathe. Offering gratitude for the water that we drink that keeps us alive. Gratitude for our access to food. Gratitude for wherever it is that we're presently calling home. And gratitude to this incredible planet, the most beautiful, lush planet we are aware of, teeming with life, constantly generous. You can just add that as fuel to the fire and the gratitude of the heart. From here, let's direct our gratitude to those forces outside of ourselves that have made it possible for us to experience all the abundance that we do. I like to think of that as ancestors, those who've brought me to this place. You might think of it as those in your lineage who've passed, those in the yoga lineage who've passed us these practices. It could be someone you love who just makes it possible for you to live in the world. It could be the stars. That's a good one, considering every single piece of our body originally came from space. Could be the earth herself. And let the gratitude, you're going to actually now, we'll send it up and we'll send it down. So we'll send it to the center of the earth, and then we'll send it up towards the center of the cosmos. And this is just fun play with visualization. So imagine you could direct that experience in your body up through the crown of the head, out through the atmosphere, up past the stars, galaxies, to the womb of all creation. And from your heart, direct it downward into the center of the earth, that fiery crystal core center of our planet. You've just gifted, you've offered a gift. And let's now receive a gift from the ancestors, receive a gift from the stars, receive a gift from the earth, and all those beings there smile back down at us, and they direct their own gratitude. So now receive gratitude through the crown of the head and through the perineum up into the heart again. And let that fire at the heart be stoked by this gift. Smile at this gift. Breathing into the low belly as we do. We close now by offering this incredible gift, this gift of gratitude to a person in our life that could use it, could really use support today. See them. And almost like you directed that light of the heart up and down, direct it out into this image and breathe. That this person might feel supported, loved. That this person might feel the mind stabilize, calm. And from there, as you're ready, inhale the arms back up overhead, reach, stretch, and expand. Grow nice and tall, nice and long. Exhale, the hands touch, and we draw that down into the seat of our heart, seat of love, gratitude, and kindness. 2 more, inhaling to expand. Exhaling to seal down. Last one, and we arrive together in this sacred mudra of Anjali. Let's place one hand on heart, the other right on top, so we can really make more contact with our physical body. And as we close our practice, we offer the benefits that we've received here, knowing that they don't always manifest immediately, but this medicine is deep, it's powerful, it's potent, and it's part of the change occurring on our planet at this moment. We offer these benefits up and out to all beings everywhere. Let's take one Om together. It's nice with the hands on the body because we can feel the vibration, and that's really what it's about. A big inhale into the low belly, low back, sideways. Namaste.